I'm back! I'm the librarian, and I came to read. So it's about to be summer season, and I guess that's the only explanation as to why I'm serving you all types of sliding screen door realness with this half a shirt that I have on. I don't know, girl, that's what we have on today. Now, as I said, summer is fast approaching, so that means that deodorant season is as well. Now, really, 365 days of the year should be deodorant season, but for this particular summer, it's 95 degrees outside, sis. You know what I mean? For this particular summer, we're going to need for y'all to go ahead and just get extra strength deodorant, whatever y'all have to do. If you have to contact one of these planners out here, go get some extraterrestrial, extra strength deodorant. Do what you got to do because our noses deserve to have a nice summer. The pollen is already messing with it. Let me stop playing around. Make sure that you guys go to patreon.com/AdrianExpression. This week, just like every other week, my patrons had a chance to vote on some of the topics that I would write my weekly blog about. And so the topic that y'all voted for is this administration's systematic marginalization of trans people is pure genocide. That is the title of the blog that I wrote. So if you want to read it, check it out on Patreon. Extra perks, you get the videos first before they come on YouTube. You get to vote on topics for my videos and blogs. Just go ahead and check it out and let me know what you think. Now, Zion Wade is definitely gonna let you know what he thinks, okay? Especially, now I don't know, I don't know if this picture is recent or not. I think that it is, but especially in this picture, as you can see here, sis has his legs are crossed, he's reading a book at a basketball game. And this is the energy, like I said on Twitter, this is the energy that I served. So I served the universe when I was in elementary school at recess, sitting on the sidelines, or when I was in middle school and high school in PE. Girl, just put me on the sidelines, give me a goddamn book, or give me something else to do other than running around getting sweaty with y'all brutes and tackling and wrestling and shit. Oh, girl, keep it over there. Keep me out of the goddamn smelly ass, tired ass, piss-stained ass locker room and keep me off the fucking basketball course and the football. I mean, they picked me last for kickball. I remember they used to pick me last for kickball in recess. I used to give a fuck about it, and then I realized I don't actually want to be out here in the sun. You know what I mean? Kicking the ball around. Yeah, pick me last or don't pick me at all. That's exactly the energy that he's serving, and I am here for it completely. Speaking of someone else who is here for his energy completely, and it is very encouraging, is his father. Now, his birthday was this week, so he went onto Instagram to tell his son a lot of things. Among them was this: I love the kid that you are, and I love the young man that you're becoming. I'm so thankful that I was chosen to be your father and guide you through this world. Continue to be brave, continue to be the smartest in the room, continue to be Zion Malachi Wade. And I love it. Anytime Gabrielle or Dwayne show their support publicly for their son, it reminds me of the support that I wished I had, you know, when I was growing up. But, you know, I know a lot of people can relate to that as well. So I'm just happy to see it. Anytime I'm happy to see it. And we have literally no other choice but to stand. Speaking of someone else who also had a birthday this week, I think it's today, right? Normani says, I just wanted to tell you happy birthday, sickening queen. Just when you're snatching my edges, just make sure to use some type of ointment or something to make the process a little bit easier. Understand that we are also waiting for that cute ass album. Speaking of something else that we're waiting on also is The Lion King. Girl, let me just go ahead and put up the picture. This was released for promo. I think, let me tell you something. Understand that when it comes to the pride, the lion's pride, or the pride rock, understand that Nala reigns supreme. So if you just prepare your eardrums, I'm not going to talk about Lion King for too much anymore. Prepare your eardrums to experience the vocal power, the vocal technique, the vocal prowess of the queen of the music industry herself, Beyonce Giselle Knowles-Carter. Understand it, appreciate it, internalize it, but most importantly, be prepared for it, okay? I'm not gonna spend too much time talking about what's going on in the music industry right now. I think, or what we care about in the music industry. Cardi B released a new song, Press. Act Up was just released by the City Girls as a music video. I'm just like, sis, like, I feel like this should have been released a long ass time ago. It was fun. It caused some debate about ghostwriting and writers and stuff and rappers writing their own shit on social media. But also Kash Doll said that she's going to be releasing something, I think it's a song or something, on June 7th. I'm really interested in seeing where Kash Doll grows as an artist, or how she grows as an artist, just because Hustler, if you guys watched her shit, Hustler was so good to me. I don't know, Kash Doll to me, the way that she releasing these freestyles on Instagram and Twitter, and even the way that For Everybody was crafted as a song, Kash Doll to me seems like she's a very story-based kind of rapper, or at least that's where her power and strength kind of lies. So I wonder if she's going to dive further into that. Story-based concepts, I think, may be the way for our good sis. Yeah, I'm excited to see where she's going to go with that. Speaking of people who are excited, these little kids from Mayfield Heights, I think, Ohio, at Lander Elementary School, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, they were excited to see Lil Nas walk his ass in there talking about Old Town Road. I'm just like, these kids are screaming the lyrics, like they know everything, even down to the lean all in my bladder, and I can't even talk too much shit about that because there was so much shit I was saying, so many lyrics I was rapping and singing to when I was in 5th and 4th grade that I had no idea what they were. All ages know that goddamn song. But it was really cool to see that reaction from them, like, oh girl, like y'all excited, huh? Very wholesome, very sweet and wonderful news as we move on to the more depressing parts of news. Now apparently Twitter is saying, says we're just now beginning the research into finding out whether white supremacy belongs on our platforms. And it's just like, wow, girl. Wow, y'all are just starting the research. At this point in 2019, you should be implementing the strategies that came to be because of the research that you have already done. But the fact that y'all ain't did no research already, it's crazy to me. Now, the reason why I think they've been so lazy and lackadaisical with this whole idea, like we've been begging, niggas been begging them to consider what is actually happening on social media and take these white supremacists out of here. The reason why I think that they've been so lazy with that shit is not only because when it comes to white supremacy, a lot of these executives, they are not ever going to be a victim of white supremacy because their asses is white. So they don't see the problem. They can't see the problem. They don't want to see the fucking problem. That's the first thing. The second thing is I think that sometimes these executives, these CEOs hold the same sentiments as these fucking white supremacists. So it's like, how the fuck do I delete or censor ideas that I believe in? Like, girl, I would much rather the CEO say, or these CEOs of these social media or media companies in general say, well, girl, we ain't finna do it because we believe in the shit. Girl, like, let's just be honest, sis. Ain't no way. You know what white supremacist rhetoric does to the society, sis. You know it. And if you thought that what that rhetoric does was detrimental to society, you would have at least made some type of effort to stop it, girl. There's so many people talking about, oh my God, if we censor these, we can't do it. Because if we censor these people, we're gonna have to censor, other people. Okay, let me tell you something. Just because you censor a Nazi, if you censor a Nazi, you can just stop there. You can stop at censoring the Nazi. You don't have to censor everybody else, sis. Unless, of course, you want the Nazi to speak. And this comes as Laura Ingram's dumbass is over here talking about, oh my God, the left continues to censor us. We're being censored. Our alt-right voices are they're being trampled. They're trying to silence us, sis. Girl, if you are literally shitting on me as like my existence, LGBT people, black people, people of color, all like immigrants, if you're shitting on our existence, our right to exist, girl, yeah, of course we're gonna get your ass out of here. What you talking about? We ain't debating whether or not a building should be 200 feet high or 100 feet high. We talking about people's lives. Get your asses out of here. And that's exactly the same type of sentiment and reasoning that Senator Elizabeth Warren went on to The View with. Now, we all know what happens when anyone with sense goes on to The View. And if you have any type of IQ points and you go on to The View, Meghan McCain is going to try and make sure that you leave with no IQ points because misery loves company. And if she doesn't have any IQ points, that means that your ass can't have any either. She was over here trying to drag Elizabeth Warren just because she was just like, sis, I'm not going to Fox News. I'm not going there. I'm not going to hold no town hall there because what they do at the town halls is they say, they go to the advertisers and be like, look, we brought in all these Democratic audiences, so it doesn't matter the racist, hateful rhetoric that we're using every goddamn day. It's okay. Just keep your advertising dollars here and everything will be fine. And she was just like, I'm not going, let me make sure I get the exact quote that she said because I was just like living for how she was dragging the shit out of Meghan McCain's ass. This is what she said. I'm just not going to help the Fox News executives raise money off of my name. And she was completely correct. She didn't give a fuck that Meghan McCain kept bringing up, oh my God, I used to work there. Not everybody. And Elizabeth Warren said basically, that's cute for you. That's cute for you, sis. But what I'm going to do is go to these town halls in person, city to city, talk to the people who I need to talk to, even if it's Trump's base I need to talk to, and get the job done. That way I'm not helping Fox News out, and that's on period. That's on impeachment, bitch. You hear what I'm saying? Now, when you're talking about Meghan McCain, it's almost like a war crime, and it's ironic that I'm using that analogy when I'm about to bring up her father. But it's almost like a war crime to not bring her father up as well, right? When we're talking about, because she does it all the time. I want to almost get this bitch a Ouija board so she can shut the fuck up. Like I said on Twitter, you can't bring her name up without bringing her father's name up. And someone who does not like bringing her father's name up is Donald Trump with his extremely petty ass. Apparently, he was in Japan and the USS McCain, the ship was out there. And before he went to Japan, he apparently told the girls over there at the 7th Fleet of the US Navy, he said, girl, you know what, sis, I want the USS McCain bullshit out of my face, out of my sight. I don't want to see it. So they apparently, I'm going to keep saying allegedly and apparently, they used a whole tarp, and this is a picture, used a whole tarp to make sure that he couldn't see the name. Allegedly, even the soldiers on that ship were given like days off. It's just so petty. But the thing that is even more disturbing is the fact that he's up here making foreign policy on Twitter. He went up there talking about, sis, we're gonna put a 5% tariff on Mexico. Put a 5% tariff on Mexico. He said it's going to increase every month that this immigration problem, illegal immigration problem is still in existence. He created this whole crisis in his head, and now we're all gonna have to pay for it, literally. Because when you're talking about tariffs to other countries, especially a country like Mexico, who is responsible for a lot of our auto industry and a lot of our goddamn food, when you talk about putting tariffs on their asses, the cost for all of that, it ultimately falls in the lap of the goddamn consumer. And also, Mexico can retaliate with tariffs of their goddamn own. So it's just this America first at the expense of all other minorities built ass mindset, this America first mindset will have America cornered off somewhere in a dark ass space without any allies, without any way to get help, with a crumbling economy and people fighting each other from the inside. So I'm getting sick and tired of this bullshit. I feel almost as tired as Arnav Gupta, if that's how you pronounce his name, who set himself on fire in the White House lawn. Apparently the news came out that he died today. I don't know what's going on. I've looked for the reasons why he did it. I've looked for articles about, maybe motive behind why. Is it a protest or something? I didn't see any. If y'all saw it, please let me know. Some people were claiming drugs. But yes, girl, I really do feel like I'm going to spontaneously combust anytime this administration releases new plans of policy or new policy in general. Girl, get their asses, old saggy chin, you know what I mean? Life alert needing, toupee wearing, hairline disintegrating, non-tailored suits and jackets wearing ass, dirty money ass, no conscience having ass politicians. Get their asses out of here. I don't see nothing wrong with your ass doing time. I don't see nothing wrong with your ass doing some time, sis. Now, here's some news, sis. R. Kelly has apparently been charged with 11 new counts of sexual abuse and sexual assault charges. 4 of the charges apparently carry up to 30 years in prison each, so we can all see where this is going. For R. Kelly, it's going nowhere fast. Like, he's running top speed on a treadmill. He's gonna be in the cell, sis. And he thought that he might have escaped the grounds. No, sis, you're still in the cell. Locked up and won't let me out. You locked up, lock his ass up, get his ass out of here. I hope it happens quickly for the sake of the survivors. And then we always have to remind ourselves that the survivors need to be the priority, making sure they have a network and a community around them that will protect them, even as they are re-traumatized as all this bullshit is going on. Now, speaking of bullshit going on, Jussie, sis, they are coming for your wig. Now, the documents around your case, sis, they were sealed and they were locked up and they were closed. But a judge recently went and undid that. He was just like, well, sis, you went on all these Good Morning America, all this shit. You went on doing all these interviews, all these press appearances. It does not seem like privacy was in your priority. So in that case, I'm just gonna go ahead and rule for transparency to the public. They released all these documents. I think it was up to 400 pages of information that basically confirms what we believed after we started to pick up details about the story after it came out. It just confirms that he used the twins as henchmen. They practiced the whole scenario apparently together. Oh my God, look at that empire nigger faggot. It's just like, anyway, like I said, they practiced the scenario since they went through it. The twins were shown a hot sauce bottle and they confessed because that was the bottle that they poured the bleach in to pour onto fucking Jussie. It was a lot going on. Either way, I kind of figured that this was it. Like I've said, I'm going to always believe victims. Or people who say they're victims. As we get the evidence, we can make the decision. That will always be my standard. So I don't think that his ass should go to goddamn jail. I think he should be paying fines and be serving the community, do the time that way. But as for to be locked the fuck up, I don't think so. Chicago PD, a lot of motherfuckers on there should be locked up. The way that they destroyed communities and kill people, black people. So yeah, I kind of figured that this would happen. We'll see what happens from here on out, sis. I don't know what to tell them. I seriously don't. On that note, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that you're going over to patreon.com/AdrianExpression and signing up. Remember that this is Trump. This is what Trump's spirit looks like. And this is what that toupee is constructed like. And laughing at that tumbleweed is the only way that we can have a good goddamn evening.